You have to let it all go, Noir. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.
I am cold. I am emotionless. I am zen, at peace, ready for war.
Just stay focused, you understand? You know what I'm saying? Keep your mind straight on the prize. Don't let nothing get in between.
I'm stopping this one now.
Don't, okay? Let me finish. I gotta prove it.
Prove what?
I'm not a mistake.
Embed that long-term goal in your mind. Burn it into your soul. Think about it and write about it and talk about it and hang it up on your wall. But most important, do something about it.
Look around you. There was no team. It was you. There was no weight loss program or mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better, trying to build belief. You built belief when you had nothing. We all live in this world where our brains are keeping us in this box. Outside that box, on the other edge of suffering, which is on the other edge of that 40%, is a world that's endless of opportunity.
Do something about it every day, do something that moves you toward that goal, that keeps the goal alive and in sight and in focus. However small or insignificant that step might seem, take it, do that little piece. Make it happen. Because that goal isn't going to achieve itself. It's all on you.
As times get hard for me, the truth comes out. And my truth is powerful as it's real. It's tangible. I feel it. It comes out of my brain as I speak about it. I'm reliving every single dark moment of my life to be here.
Reinforced knowledge. My mom reinforced, you don't start things and not finish them. You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish. We finish everything. You start it, finish it. If you're gonna do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you.
Driven human beings are going to always feel like they're behind. They're gonna always feel like they're not doing good enough. They're gonna always feel like they're not far enough. They're all gonna always feel like you're losing. Look, winning, this is how it feels. 90% of the time, you're gonna feel like you're getting your balls kicked in, all right? 8% of the time, you're gonna be confused and you're frustrated. 2% of the time, you actually win. And those moments come and go, and then you're back in the 90%. And that's the reality of a winner's life. People don't understand that. They think it's all about cruising around in a cool car, having a free and happy and easy and go-lucky life. And that's not reality, because true winners are built for the fucking fight. They're built for the battle. They don't find peace and joy and happiness in the win. They find what they're looking for in the fight.
Be pretty easy to focus on the battle that's right in front of your face. And when you're doing that, sometimes you can lose track of the long-term goal. But I want to have that long-term goal so embedded in my mind that I never lose sight of it. Ever. And those little tasks and projects and short-term goals that you tackle, they need to lead toward that strategic victory. Winning the long war. And we get very caught up in instant gratification. We want results now. We want the shortcut to the winner's podium.
I'm gonna keep going, right? So I never have to get to that mind state of, all right, I gotta get back going again. I gotta readjust. I gotta put it back on the wall again. No, I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna alter it certain days. I might adjust it certain days, might pivot certain days, but I'm gonna try my best to stay consistent.
I've trained 99% of my life alone.
Me alone in the gym, me alone in the mirror, me alone in my head. No one did it for me. I worked for it, and I'm never gonna let someone else take that from me.
In the end, I don't care whether you love me or you hate me, just as long as I win.
if you think about the difference between winners and losers, winners define themselves by what they made happen, and losers define themselves by what happened to them.
Life isn't fair. We have to understand that. It shouldn't be fair. It's a trial ground, it's a testing ground. It's built to make us harder. It's built to make us as strong as we can, to test us, to drive us. So, mentality is the only thing that gets us through life.
I was never allowed to quit. So now in anything I do, when I pick it up and say I'm gonna start it, I gotta finish it. It all don't work. It all ain't the best. It all ain't knocked out the park. But I walk away saying I finished it. I did it.
I was an underdog. We are all underdogs in life. Even the baddest person in the world should think that way. So you should always have I've never arrived mentality. And the can't hurt me mentality is no matter where you come from, the sewer or wherever you think you're from. When I got out of the sewer, I got to the road and looked around and said, can't hurt me. Nothing should be able to hurt you. If you believe that, it starts to become true.
There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. Remember this isn't a hobby, this isn't a fucking joke, it's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no fucking coach, there's no trainer to keep you going, it's only you. So think about this, you've been working your whole life to get a fucking seat at the table. The seat at the table is you want to be the best amongst all the best people in your fucking career field. So you finally get that letter. It's steak, lobster, it's a big dinner. Everybody's showing up, dressed to the nines. Make sure you show up soaking wet for fucking getting after it, working out hard. Towel around your neck. You respect the event, so make sure you put that towel over that nice chair so you don't fuck it up. The whole thing is this, don't say a word. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard.
Well, let's try one more thing and see if we can fix this. Let's endure one more thing. Let's go through one more thing. One more thing. Your mental toughness has to exceed your physical toughness because your mind will fail you before your body ever does. Your will fail you before your body ever does. So your will and your mind has to be tougher to go a little bit further than your body can. And that's how you'll succeed. That's how you make it.
Looking in that mirror every day, you can't lie to yourself. And a lot of us have this voice in our head. We all know that voice in our head that tells us the truth every single day that we try to run away from, that says we're scared of this, let's go this way. It started gnawing at me so horribly bad that it wouldn't allow me to live anymore without facing me. I had to go down in the dungeon, the sewer where my mind used to be at, and talk to that guy. Because I wanted to live my life in a way that when I died, I was proud of myself. I knew what pride felt like. And if it took pushing myself to death, I was willing to do that. But I wanted to look in that mirror, not impress anybody, not money, not fame, not nothing. I wanted to impress the guy in the daggone mirror. And I worked endlessly and tirelessly to do that.
If you're out there building something, whether it be an athletic career, a professional career, physique, a business, whatever it is you're building, you're gonna spend most of your time feeling frustrated. You're gonna feel most of the time like you're losing. You're gonna feel like most of the time you're getting your ass kicked. And then some good stuff's gonna happen, all right? But then after the good stuff happens, you're gonna automatically flip your brain over to what's next. All right, and then the process starts over again. And we can observe this in championship caliber people. Look at Kobe Bryant, all right? Look at Michael Jordan, all right? Look at fucking Nick Saban. Look at Bill Belichick. These people win championships, and on the interview podium, they're saying, well, what do you think? And they're like, cool, we did a good job. We did what we were supposed to do. And what are you gonna do? And they're like, well, I'm gonna be in the gym tomorrow, 6 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right back
Like, dude, this is the mindset of a true winner.
I guarantee you, when you line up in your one-on-one battles, you want what all other men want. The same way you want the victory, they want the victory. I want what all other men want. He said, but when the pressure hits, when the opposition hits, when the challenge hits, when the pain creeps in, when the uncertainty creeps in, when the cuts, when the scars, when the bruises come, I want what all other men want. He said, but when the opposition and adversity shows up, I just wanted a little bit more than they wanted. And so that's how I conquer, and that's how nobody has ever beaten me yet. I just want one thing from you. As great as you are, as skilled as you are, as talented as you are, I just want one thing from you. Never allow life to make you forget why you do what you do.
I don't respect a whole bunch of people, but the few that I did respect are the people who were uncommon amongst uncommon people. Those people who have morals, values, who did not go with, if all you guys are going left, it's that one person who say, you know what, left's not the right way. I'm gonna go right. That person who's not afraid of doing what they believe is right in their heart and not following someone else because someone else said, let's go this way, and they agree with everybody. I don't like yes men or yes women. If you're right, you're right. We're gonna follow you. But I like people who stand for something, they believe in something, and this is the way I'm gonna go whether you like me or not.
We're not on this stage just because of talent or ability. We're up here because of 4 a.m. We're up here because of 2-a-days or 5-a-days. We're up here because we had a dream and let nothing stand in our way. If anything tried to bring us down, we used it to make us stronger.
But the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might happen. And that's what people don't know. But to get there, luck ain't gonna happen. You have to put yourself in that situation, man. It takes a lot of work.
We were never satisfied, never finished. We'll never be retired. Rest at the end, not in the middle. And I took that to heart. I believe there's time for resting at the end, but for me, that time is not now.
I found out through this path of life, who is David Goggins? Who am I? So going through all, I did it alone. There was no fucking trophy on the fucking wall on the mantle. That trophy's in my fucking brain. No one helped me get there. No one paid my fucking bills. No one did shit for me. No one ran those fucking miles, lost that fucking weight. I suffered on my own and developed this man who said, it's who I am, man.
There's times where you can go without your friends. You can go without going out. You can go without other people around you. Going without eating, going without this, going without that. Spending time alone is very, very important. Getting on your routine to do things that you enjoy is very, very important. All these things will put you on track of finding who you are and your purpose.
Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. Keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit.
Finding uncomfortable moments and embracing uncomfortable moments are one of the most important things a person can do in terms of understanding themselves and understanding how they think. And if you don't do it, if you just avoid it, you have that uncomfortable moment, you just start boozing or you take some pills or something and you just avoid it, you're never going to figure out what was going on in the first place that led you down that weird road where now you find yourself crying in a fetal position on your bathroom floor. Like, how'd you get there? Like, are you looking at it or are you just going to take pills? Or like, what are you doing? Try to make sure that you never allow yourself to get to this emotional breakdown stage again. Or if you do get there again, it's it's harder to get. It's not like something that happens right away. I think whether it's martial arts or whether it's yoga or whether it's, I think, any difficult pursuits test you.
And the significance of the consistency of doing something over and over and over and over and over in a moment that is a controlled environment. And so it doesn't look to be as if it's something significant because you're doing it and it's not an opponent. You're doing it and you're envisioning it. You're doing it consistent and there's nobody there, right? You're in a controlled environment. Now, when the match happens, muscle memory, you do it without even thinking about it, right? Because you practiced it in a consistent way in a controlled environment. And so now when it really matters, in a situation, in the circumstance, like I say to cats all the time, can we be committed to the process of what we're doing without being emotionally attached to the results of what we're doing?
It's like our minds are like a fucking garage. And the garage, if you open a garage and it's all cluttered up, it's all fucked up, you can't put your car in there. You got fucking boats and you got fucking kids' toys and shit everywhere. But if you organize that fucking garage and you put everything in its rightful spot, you can pull that car in there. You can put 2 cars in there. You can put bikes in there. And that's like with the mind. People talk about discipline and fucking determination and fucking, repetitions and all this shit. Consistency. Why people fall off the wagon so often is because their mind is full of shit. There's no room in that mind for discipline. There's no room for consistency. They may do it once or twice, but then the mind takes over and that cluttered fucking garage comes in. And then it's like a circuit breaker, man. A circuit breaker just overloads and it fucking sparks. And our minds, that's our mind, man. It's like a fucking circuit breaker that has so much shit in it, you keep on loading it, you can't put any more into it.
Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works.
I think the wake-up call is important, but it's not the key. I think you have to take care a little bit of your body, but without obsession. If you start today, you're gonna have benefits in the future. Doesn't matter the time. What is important, it's what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
What you want. You want to live a good life? Yes. I like to drink. I like to eat burger. Okay. You're gonna pay the bill in the future.
Right.
I think the most important is to find the balance. Sometimes I can eat a burger or chips. Well, it doesn't matter. And it's important too for your mind too. But the most important thing is the consistency. If you have consistency, you're gonna be good in the future, or you're gonna be better than other ones in the future. This is my opinion.
You want to be financially secure and stable. What are you going to do? You're going to save some of your money. Okay, that's one thing. You're going to buy a house. That's another thing. You're going to pay off your car, and you're not going to buy expensive, dumb cars. You're going to buy cheap cars until you have the money to buy them with cash. You're going to make all these little things. You're going to work extra. You're going to do these things. So you're right. You have your broad goal, yes. You have your long-term goal, yes, and then you got your short-term goals that lead and are strategically aligned with that long-term goal.
If the situation and circumstances change, does it change you, right? Now we're in a different environment. Now the circumstance and situation is different, right? But it didn't change who he was. It didn't change what he had practiced, right? Because now, this is not what I do. This is who I am, bro. Because I did it in a controlled environment when nobody was present and nobody was clapping. See, most people live for the applause.
Right.
So you die when it's not there. Not die physically, your drive, your dedication, your commitment, it dies. When there's no validation, when there's no clapping, when there's no cheers, right? But when you work, when it's none of that, when you get that, it's cool, it sounds good, you're grateful for it. But that's not what makes you show up and work and be who you are every single day.
And so if you can be consistent no matter what, you will achieve the outcome no matter what. Because there is no such thing as failure for a man who's consistent and courageous. It's only temporary defeats. We will have temporary defeats, but a man who is consistent and courageous will never see failure.
So if you were to go to the gym, right? It's like exercise, right? If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing, right? So clearly there's no results, can't be measured, it must not be effective. So we quit, right? Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action and you stick with it, like in a relationship, I bought her flowers and I wished her happy birthday, and she doesn't love me. Clearly I'll give up. You know, that's not what happens. If you believe there's something there, you commit yourself to an act of service. You commit yourself to the regime, the exercise.
Success is the only revenge. As you expand, they shrink into irrelevance. As you get louder, no one can hear them. You don't beat them, you cast a shadow so big, no one can see them to begin with.
Something happens, and that's in every single life. In every life. I understand that. There's a payoff for bad eventually. There's a payoff. It can't be bad, but for so long. If you got the strength and the understanding to realize that, shit will change.
A lot of people won't even go down the path because they're afraid of that stuff happening when that stuff is going to happen. Like, you can't avoid it. You cannot avoid looking stupid. You cannot avoid being laughed at. You cannot avoid making mistakes. You cannot avoid your family making fun of you. You cannot avoid your friends deciding that you're a loser because you work all the time and won't go out and fucking party with them. You can't, avoid your girlfriend saying that you're a loser because you're not making any money, right? Like, these are things that happen. That's a normal part of business. That's why you have to build yourself into someone who is resilient enough and mentally tough enough and has the fortitude and the grit and the belief and all of the things required to push through these difficult times that most people aren't even willing to go through. There is nobody that you look up to that became that person without a tremendous amount of hardship. There's nobody that you look up to that became a successful, inspiration to you without going through a lot of pain.
I think the more, at least for me, the more I've tried to create space between how I feel and what I do, the more consistent my outcomes have been. So if I need to create content and I'm not feeling it, or I'm feeling tired, or things like that, the more times I give into that excuse or that feeling, then the more superstitious I become about doing it in the future. Whereas a lot of times if I can just start when I am tired or when something is painful and then still execute about the same as before, I look at game tape or I look at video or I look at the content from those sessions, for example, and I see that I remember feeling terrible during the session, but you can't really see anything. And I think the more times you get that loop going, the more you can separate how you feel and what is required. And the more times you do what is required to get what you want, the more times you get what you want.
Just go do something. Like what you did by taking a job when you would show up at a gig and you'd be working there Tuesday through Sunday and then take a day job and work 9 to 5. That is more hustle and more hustle mindset than anything you're ever going to get out of an Anthony Robbins book. Like that is like just doing it. Just doing it makes you do more. Like do more hard shit makes you do more hard shit. Yeah. Understanding that you want it bad so you're willing to put into work and do things you don't want to do. It's what makes you have that the confidence that you know how to push through and the mentality that I'm the type of dude to get it done.
Our glory comes from our faults, accomplishing what we accomplish in spite of our faults. And without the faults, there is no glory because there's no victory. And so, all the failures in business, all the failures in everything, as a husband, as a father, all that stuff. But, we look where we are today and say we didn't quit.
Could you go to the rock climbing gym? Yes, you could. Could you go to the CrossFit gym? Yes, you could. Could you go to the soccer field, football field, whatever? Yeah, you can do that stuff. So yeah, go do that stuff. Go do that stuff. That's shared suffering together with a group on a regular basis, whether you want to or not. Those are all little components of being in the military or being in the SEAL teams. That's what it is. That's what you're doing. What does a SEAL platoon do? They train to get ready for go to war. How do they do that? They go to the desert, they carry their guns, they run through little choreographed moves, they get hot, they carry weight. It's suffering. It's just shared suffering, and they're working together. And they're learning skills. That's what you're doing in a jiu-jitsu gym. That's what you're doing on the soccer field. So go out and do those things with other human beings, and it's gonna make things better for sure.
A race began. And it's a race that started that first day when you were born to the last day of your life. And that race is to finally reach the ultimate version of you. You're chasing down the person you were born to be. that you were destined to be. And since that day started, the world, the people around you, are trying to get you to conform to average. They're trying to get you off that track to finally meet your twin someday, the best possible version of you. Every single day has to be a pursuit to get better, to improve, to grow, to stretch.
Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. We are now around soft men and hard times. We're in the time of toxic masculinity, right? Where you could be toxically male. And then if you're suppressing masculinity, you're going to bring on hard times. It doesn't mean masculinity doesn't mean you're mean. It doesn't mean you're angry. It means strength. It means discipline. It means the ability, like you need a military. And if you don't think you need a military, you need to go and pay attention to the rest of the world, because there's militaries all over the world that are doing horrific things. If you don't have a military in this country that can combat that and at least act as a deterrent to them doing things, you're going to get taken over. That's what's happened.
When you don't have the resource to accomplish this, you build the resource.
When you think of the stories and the people that inspire you, the reason they inspire you is because what they went through to get where they are, not because of just where they are. All right? And that's you too. You have the ability to make an incredible success story, but you're not making it because you're afraid of all these things that are going to happen no matter what happening. And that's making you freeze up. And bro, there's all these people that have all this potential to be successful, to contribute, to create, to build, that we don't even know what they were supposed to do on this earth because they were too afraid to go. Think of all the amazing ideas. Think of all the cures to disease. Think of all the inventions. Think of all the entertainment. Think of all the music and all of the art and all of the things that would have been created if the people were just courageous enough to go down the path, and they never did. We've lost more amazing things than we have available to us because of that fear over the course of human history.
If you have a dream of where you're going, you don't look at, I don't have the resources to get there. None of us do, man. So you start building the resources in order to build the dream. You build the hammer and you build the nails with which you're going to build the house. If you sit there and say, well, I can't build a house because there ain't no hardware store nearby, you don't want a house very bad. You know, so it's not a lack of resources, it's a lack of courage.
It's like, I can't quit. I'm committed. I have to finish this.